Alright guys, today's topic is going to be all about tripods and how it relates to FPV, so let's just get right into it. Okay guys, so I've had about 2 years of FPV experience now, and I've used a lot of tripods. Now, a lot of guys that use tripods are going to be guys that are doing long range, guys that are using monitors for an antenna tracker, or even just mounting an antenna. And also for you guys doing YouTube videos, you know, like what kind of tripod would you like to use? Basically, you're going to have two types of tripods, or something to put your camera on. Basically, you're going to have a standard tripod, or you're going to have kind of a run and gun setup, which is a very small tripod, maybe to do some handheld things, or even a monopod. And we'll get into the monopod in just a moment. So one thing that I really look for is ease of deployment. And one of my favorite tripods is this metal one here. This was given to me by a photographer friend of mine. It was just one that he had extra, and I tell you, it's my favorite one of all time. One of the reasons why I like it is it has the fewest segments here. It only has 2 latches for the legs. So when I'm getting out to the field and I need to deploy the legs, I just basically take these 2 and they drop by themselves. They have enough weight to drop by themselves. And then I'm ready to go. You also want to make sure that your tripods have a locking mechanism in the center, so that you can lock it so it doesn't accidentally collapse on itself if it slightly gets blown by the wind. The other thing that we're going to be taking a look at with each tripod is how tall will they go. Now, this is one of the tallest ones I have, this one here, and the Campbell photo from Hobbyking. These are both at 63 inches, and I really like this. As you can see, as I'm looking at my monitor, this is actually at its highest position. I like to have it right just a little bit below, but if you have uneven ground, sometimes you need to raise that up just a little bit more. This is so I can see things at my eye level. If I'm using something like this, which is also from Hobbyking, this is at 57 inches, and this is not tall enough for me. I'm always looking down at this tripod here. Construction is another big issue. Like I said, I like this one because it's metal. The Campbell photo one here is plastic, but this is very, very durable. This slightly less expensive one with 3 segments is cheaper. This is probably my least expensive one, and probably the one I like the least as well. I actually use this for my 433 dipole, excuse me, my Yagi antenna that's over there on the shelf. I'll flip this up and attach that antenna to that. So basically, I could just very simply point my antenna where I need it to go. This does what it's intended for. Now, as far as getting, let's say, a panning shot or something like that, none of these 3 tripods have what's called a fluid head. Fluid head basically takes out any of the stiction that gets along with these plastic heads. Stiction is where you kind of push it and then suddenly it goes, and then it stops, and then it suddenly goes again. So if you're trying to do a panning shot, it just ruins everything. So this is my monopod, which has this little tripod end on it, but this is something you would never trust your DSLR camera to sit on top of. But this actually has 3 fluid heads in it. If you can see here, as I'm letting this go, it's completely fluid. There's no stiction in through it. And this is one made by Benro. It's a copy of a more expensive version of it, but a lot of professionals actually like this Benro a lot better. Now, this also has 4 segments, so it's not quite as easily deployed, but this is you're going to use something like this if you're going to be in what's called a run and gun situation, where you're at a race and you need to get shots fast, where you basically you line it up, you take a long shot, you move forward a couple 20 steps or something like that, you get your medium shot, then you run back forward another couple steps and you get a close shot. So that's what this is for. It's run and gun. So like I said, it's got 3 fluid heads on it. It has this one, number 1, has this one, number 2, between here and here. It has a 3rd one at the very bottom as well. So you'll see in the FPV garage racing video, which I'll put right up here, I have a couple nice panning shots, and that was with this, holding this right here and basically just taking my finger and just moving the panning shot around, and it's dead smooth and it's fantastic. So this is probably one of my more expensive tripods. I think I paid about $150 for this one, but it is one of the best. But like I said, this is not something you would ever trust your camera to be sitting on by itself. You are part of this tripod. It never stands on its own. The next thing that I always look for in a tripod is also the hot shoe mount, which is a quick exchange one. Now this one has one here, but it's only made for Benro products, so you can mount your DSLR on here, slide it in, and you're basically ready to go. Now these other three here, you can see how quickly this one folds up here. These feet fold up as well, so there you are, you're ready to go. You've got your DSLR, you can actually do this handheld as well. So the quick disconnects, this one, like I said, I like this one, but the only thing I don't like it is that it has a non-standard quick release head here. It is fast to get these on and off, but the Campbell photo and the Hobbyking one here have the same size hot shoe or quick release mount. So I can, if I wanted to have two camera positions set up on two different tripods, I can take my DSLR directly off of this one and put it on to a different position, which gives you different camera angles, which is nice to do in your videos. So let's go through each one of these individually. Now I don't have a link to this one here because I don't actually know what the brand name on this one is, but it, someone might be able to recognize this. Maybe Eric if you're watching. But so the things I like about this, it locks. It's got a weight hook down here that you can put some additional weight in case you're filming on a windy day. It has only 3 sections, so it collapses very, very quickly. And this is a nice sturdy tripod. It also has a separate handle here so you can grab it and go. So this is the one I'm always putting my monitor on. This is my utility tripod from Hobbyking. I don't like it as much because it has 4 sections here, so it's a lot harder to get everything to fold up, and the legs have no mass. So if you're getting ready to do some shoots, well, it did it that time, but most of the time that these legs don't deploy by themselves. So it's just one extra thing to do if you're trying to get a shot. The action is happening and it's passing you by. You can be fooling with these little opening and closings a lot more. And like I said, this one fell over. It was totally my fault. I knocked it over, but it did snap the little handle here. But it's not like I can't use it. I can push this down and raise it just manually if I needed to. Okay, so this one, the only thing that's really nice about this is it packs up much smaller than any of the other tripods I have. You can see the size difference here. And the weight is pretty light on this one as well. So off to the Campbell photo. Now Hobbyking sent me this one, and I tell you, I really like it. I like it almost as much as this one. If the legs would deploy by themselves, I would. This would probably be on the top of my list because it's very lightweight. So yeah, it's like it doesn't quite come out, but I mean you could add some oil in there, I'm sure, to get it to deploy a little faster. This one's really nice. It's got the hook for the weight here. It is plastic, so it's a slight bit lighter than this one. Panning on any of these aren't going to feel good, but it has all the normal adjustments. This pan and also tilt as well. But this one packs up fairly small as well, not quite as small as the Hobbyking one. But I keep these in the back of my car, so you can see how quickly I can disassemble this one. It's just 6 legs, boom, and you're done. So much quicker than the Hobbyking one. So you can see the size difference, just a little bit smaller, yet this just has, you know, one less buckle per leg. So all right, and it's kind of funny, guys. So since I'm using all these tripods, I have a table set up where the camera is on, and I have my trash can turned upside down with one of these on my DSLR. So these are nice for running and gunning. Again, you can wrap these legs around a branch if you need to. You can hold it out as you're filming, as you're looking at the action. You can just kind of keep it out. These are called Gorilla Pods, but they're actually, this is the imitation that I got off of eBay for $9. $9 as opposed to 50 or 40. So I do a lot of my filming in my office, my tabletop stuff. You can see I've got my cell phone holder here. When I'm doing close-ups, I go, and you'll see this, and I'll bring my camera close to my phone, which is right here. This is really good. You can put your DSLR on it as well, but it's nice to have options. So if you happen to want to bring a lighter setup, you can bring one of these and just improvise with your camera. Okay, so anyway, so what do you guys think? Did I miss anything? Let's see if I have my notes here. The height, yeah, like I said, I would say, if as far as an extendable height, I would say you want a minimum of 63 inches. My Campbell photo actually goes to 66 inches. This one actually goes to the highest level. Let's just show you guys how high this one goes. Get all three of these out. Now, even though I like this is one of my most expensive tripods. If you go back to one of my videos, which was the LA Drone Expo, I was using this, and the metal portion right here failed, and I actually came apart, and I didn't have the tools there to get it back up to working status. So I actually had to do a gimbal instead. All right, so this is how high it is, and let's see. I think it's just like 3 inches higher than the base of this one. So anyway, like I said, run and gun setup, which is pretty cool. But this is going to be used for your monitors and your antennas and antenna trackers. So you just don't want your expensive gear falling over in the wind. You want it to be easily deployable, and it's going to be semi-compact. If you're going to be having it in a backpack, you want it to be semi-light. So I'm not sure which one of these is best for you guys, but you'll have to make that determination by yourself. But I thought I'd just give you guys a little bit of information as it refers to tripods. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you guys like this video series, give me a thumbs up and give me a comment down below, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.